And this one, look.
Chambord, like mule deer to.
Incredible, yes, a big mule deer.
Looks totally out of Jurassic Park.
Grizz, caribou, elk, moose, sheep. From one spot.
Yeah.
Within an hour.
Welcome to Stone Mountain.
No doubt, eh?
Hunting season has begun. And these men will put it all on the line for the hunts of a lifetime. This is True Magnum TV.
Some of these hurdles come up as we go forward here and try to solve problems. I think it's going to be, I can see a need here that could help us. Some of the trophies we collect, I always call them trophies, but some of the animals we collect here, we do the scientific work on and do all the DNA. We could then put some kind of package together where you say, well, we can get them in here displayed properly, and maybe that's some kind of joint effort we can do and give back to the national level and then the museum. It might be something that appeals to them and a good way to solve it. It looks like funds are light around the place. The whole zoo is a little, pretty dated. And funds are probably the biggest issue, and if we can help them do some of that and help us going forward in our program as well. So that's a hope. By the looks of these mounts, it's probably in the 20s and 30s. All the representative animals come out of the area. We're coming out of the area too. So this you can see really old taxidermy. Probably the original teeth, like they did, but it tells you how long things have been closed here. And hunting is like a thing that's not talked about too much. Maybe one of the obstacles here is getting the mindset changed. Really interesting seeing this stuff. I've been in a lot of trophy rooms in America that have better presented trophies than this. I mean, it's a shame they're kind of old and funky and coming apart. Really nice collection. Should be enjoyed more in a more diorama setting maybe or something.
Because it's like the wild buffalo, Arnie, the water buffalo. Mm-hmm. They domesticate it. So in the place, you don't know if it is animals coming from domestication or it's animals before domestication.
It's kind of turning into a strikeout in here. It's interesting and it's neat to see the things, but to serve our purpose, we need to have more regional connection to it that really shows the animals where we're going to be. So it's nice, check it all out, and maybe make a connection. If we do have success going forward, we can help these folks out to build their some of their displays up a little bit. But other than that, time better spent is going to be going up north.
True Magnum TV is proudly presented by Cooper Firearms of Montana, Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Eberly Stock, Phone Scope, and Global Rescue.
This cold is really going to help us. There'll be game coming out of the high places down to where they can get some food. The moose could be rutting even heavier now. The rut's waning we could have bulls at any moment popping out looking for their next cow. This is going to be exciting.
I guess that one from earlier followed us.
It's been following us.
Little bugger.
Peanut head following us around. We look like our mom sent us outside with all our clothes on to go make snowmen. I didn't have. It was hard to get out of bed this morning and come up into this.
Yeah.
It was cold, but it was worth it. We're looking down on sheep.
Yeah.
That makes it worth it. None of these rams are going to work for us, but then we caught a quick glimpse of an elk we thought we should get a closer look at. Yeah, there's a pretty good ripple there.
Yeah.
He could even be behind and he was headed that way.
Yeah. There's a pretty big bench up there.
Maybe right there. This country's deceiving. And it looks like that elk couldn't hide anywhere, but there's all these little pockets, all these little creases. And man, sometimes you just gotta dig them out. Hey Ken, you awake? You awake? We're going elk hunting. This is about where he was when we first saw him. He went. Peek around on foot now. He should just be right over there or right down below us in a gut. There, where the
He's just down here.
How far? Range?
Like 100 yards.
Okay, perfect.
I'll get the ranger then.
You know, this part of the world isn't known for a huge elk, but this guy, man, he's a good old mature bull.
I'm gonna try and stand him up here.
Okay.
He just doesn't seem to want to respond to the cow call.
Not at all. He doesn't care a bit.
How do I get my money out? Gotta fish around and... Or you keep your money, what's wrong? Where am I put my money? Then I have to find my money. Big problem. All right.
Very sexy up there.
Step through. Is this the normal one? Let me practice. So this is a 1.
Yeah.
This is a 2. I don't know.
You here? Yeah. There's another way.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, try it too. Yeah, like that. Like that. That's how you make the American one. Easier. You see?
Yeah, Western. All right, we cheated. Cheater, huh? I got to do traditional way. So I got my sarong. I go like this.
And here. Hup. And here.
Đó.
Here.
It's a little long.
It's good. But here. Many times. Get out.
They fall out.
Yeah.
Then the big problem.
Not with our.
Hello. So that was part of the fun in the pagoda.
That's right.
We can't do
You're okay.
no shoes.
You need money?
Yes. See, now I got my sarong. How do I get my money?
Rồi,
I saw this problem before going. Hot square, hot square. One of the things I notice when you're cruising around looking up, you know, you're barefoot in this place, and you hit one of those black marble squares, you definitely know it.
When doing business for the first time in a foreign land, days spent learning the local people, culture, and customs is also important. The men are spending this day learning about Myanmar.
You drive conservation, so you should be rewarded. Just like elite member Wayne Deason. He saved $4,000 on a dream hunt and got boots, a pack, binoculars, a knife, and GoPro gear all for free. True Magnum, adventure lives here.
I'm gonna try and stand him up here.
Okay.
He just doesn't seem to want to respond to the cow call.
Not at all, he doesn't care a bit. He's not looking at us, he's not paying attention to us. We're kind of in the open here. We ain't really hiding. I need this bull to stand up so I can get a good shot at his vitals. But he ain't playing along. He's just laying there. He could care less that we're on the hill with a gun. Come on.
I'm gonna stand up and skyline myself.
Okay.
Hey, Bull! Hey, Bull!
All right, now he's looking.
Hey, Bull! Come on, Bull! Get up!
Well, apparently, calling the bull names and then skylining yourself on the horizon is how you get an old, tired, post-rut bull to get up and leave. All right, that should be good.
That's good.
Come on.
Blood. He's going down. He's going down.
Oh my gosh, he went down hard though, and he went down a ways.
Hard. I'm looking.
That's just how you hope you do it. Quick and clean.
He is done.
One shot. Blackhorn 209.
The way I like to do it.
Yep.
Good shooting.
Now there's two things that really impress me about the northern British Columbia elk.
What's that?
Well, I'm always impressed by how big the bodies are.
Yeah.
They eat well.
Yep.
Now I'm impressed at how, I don't even know what the word is to describe, unwary.
Yeah.
Can't even move him and budge him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a big bodied critter.
Yeah, they're just huge, just massive. Look at that. That's a good bull anywhere.
Yep.
You can get one that's that heavy and that tall, decent width too,
Yeah.
right?
Carries his mass nice.
It's 300 all day. I think you're probably pretty close to your 309.
Yeah.
Let me take a stab before we measure him and we say, God, you're so close. That was going to be my guess, Riley.
Sorry. And there he is.
Dandy.
Right on.
Good
Congratulations
hunt.
again.
Fun hunt.
Yeah, that was a blast.
Never forget that.
Yeah.
Today I snuck up on an elk and he didn't really care.
You know, this is a great elk for what you're going to find up here. If you want a 400-inch bull, go somewhere else. Go down to the States, you know what I mean?
Go down to the States and put in the tag draw for your entire life and never draw one.
Exactly. But the opportunity, like, look at this place.
Well,
you won't find this down there.
You're not going to shoot them near this kind of beauty.
No.
You're not going to shoot an elk like this, passing up moose, judging rams, and watching a grizzly.
Yeah.
You know, in
Caribou,
this, under a
everything.
glacier,
Yeah.
peaks everywhere that are just, that's why I love this place.
That's as much the fun as anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. That's worth 50 inches.
Yeah. Exactly.
It is, to me, it's worth
Exactly.
50 inches.
Yeah.
So that would make this guy about a 370.
Yep. That's what I'll put him in this.
After a successful elk harvest, the protocol is to return to base camp for pack horses to haul several hundred pounds of meat, hide, and antlers the 17 miles back to base camp. With darkness looming and having seen grizzly bears in the valley, an extra precaution is added.
I've got a great spot in mind to store these quarters. We've got a spike camp a couple miles downstream here. I think that's our best chance at salvaging all this meat here. It's got human scent everywhere. And you know, we're gonna be back here first light. We're gonna be up and at 'em again and getting up here to get this meat as soon as possible.
With meat hand-carried a safe distance from the carcass, the men have done all that can be done to preserve their harvest until their return with pack horses. Birds normally signal bears of the existence of food. So with a carcass in the wide open 2 miles upstream from the elk meet, Riley is as sure as one can be that the pack out will be uneventful.
Riley says he's about 85% sure that we won't have a bear problem this morning. Yeah, based on my experiences, I'm out hunting in Grizz country. I'm about 85% sure we will have a problem with bears today.
Oh, there's another sow and cubs down there.
Wow.
2 sets of sow and cubs.
Oh my goodness, huh? You're heading kind of the wrong direction for us too. Well, the bad news is we got bears in the river bottom. The good news is the bears are in the river bottom. They're not on our elk. There's still way too many trees around when you got a visibility about 40 yards and a bear could come crashing through at any moment.
Come on, bear, get out of here. No bear, come on now.
The bears we were concerned about didn't know that meat existed yet. They were down in the river. It's still a little unnerving when you're riding a horse through the trees, coming up on elk meat. We good?
Everything's gone.
Everything's gone?
Everything's gone.
Riley says it's gone. And I'm thinking, no way. That means there's a bear right here, right now.
There's a bear.
Well, hopefully this doesn't get any worse. I guess when you live on the edge of adventure, there's always something that doesn't go as planned.
One place we're flying, the airstrip is getting rebuilt, and they close it on the weekends for 4 months.